Then again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country use Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you know, you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing? To the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about.
And
how
we will not be surprised if the president starts borrowing from OPE and money points very soon.
Well, Senator,
I'm sure by now we already know that Nigerians are swimming in multi-dimensional poverty. Now the question is, does it make sense that in a country that Nigerians are swimming in multi-dimensional poverty, a president will go and be buying a car same as the one that the president of America is using? You want to emulate the president of America in terms of luxurious lifestyle, but you cannot emulate, the policies that made the lives of the citizens better. Guys, Dino Milaye has unveiled so many deep revelations I wasn't aware of in this video. I beg, let me give it a thumbs up so that Facebook and YouTube can recommend it to others. Watch this video to the end because it's highly loaded. Thank you. Let's watch together now.
And what you have now is APC-controlled PDP.
Why do you say that?
Because that is what it is.
How?
That is what it is.
How?
It is a party that is being controlled from the villa. I've said that in my last interview, that as far as we're concerned, it is the agents of the APC that control the PDP. And I would not really want this meeting and discussion this evening to be about the PDP. Let's talk about the living.
No, you can't dodge talking about PDP because as far as they're concerned, their what do you call it? Their
allow the dead to bury their
convention is coming up.
Allow the dead to bury their dead.
I had some of them here on the program, yes. And I repeated what Makinde said. Makinde said, let's have a party first, like it was there, and they said no. So now they have.
So if a sitting governor is saying let's have a party first.
No, he explained that.
So meaning that there's no party.
No, he explained that.
So I want to appeal to you.
He said
there are critical issues bedeviling this country. There are issues of hunger out there. There are issues of malnutrition out there. There are issues of misgovernance, maladministration out there. Those are the issues I think we should discuss. PDP is a political party. I'm not a member anymore.
And you're not going back.
I mean...
So where are you now? Are you, after the introduction, are you with the ADC?
I'm a proud member of the ADC.
And you think ADC...
And that is the party that will unseat Tinubu and by the grace of God, send APC out of the villa come May 29th, by the grace of God, 2027.
But that's not what the just concluded elections, by-elections are speaking. APC was still winning 12 out of 16, and then in Rivers State...
There was no election. That was not election. But I want to assure you that the 2027 election will not go that way. Nigerians are wiser. Like the Boy Scouts, we are more prepared. And I want to tell you that we will defend our votes this time.
How?
Leave that to time and season. But I'm assuring you that it is not going to be a tea party as usual. At all. It won't be. The APC, APC came, they saw, they conquered at the time. But I want to tell you that 2027 will be a different story.
2027, a different story. Most of the parties, you'd agree with me, seem to be disorganized. You have the LP, even your party, the ADC, some of them who ran out of PDP have run back. Who ran out of PDP, yes, into ADC, have run back into PDP.
Yeah, I don't know where you got your statistics from, but I want to tell you that on daily basis, we have people joining the ADC. As I speak, we have over 100 senators, former and serving, who are members of the ADC. And we have close to 400 members of the House of Representatives, former and serving, who are members of the ADC. We have dozens of former governors who are members of the ADC. And we are growing geometrically and otherwise.
APC has, what do you call it, majority now in the House.
No, I'm not talking, I said former and serving.
Former, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
former.
Yeah.
Former. But you know how politics is played in Nigeria. Former, what clout do they have compared to those who are currently in the House and in the Senate?
It depends on your hold on your constituency. Many serving members of the National Assembly actually hold their allegiance to some former members of the National Assembly. I can tell you that for free. And it's just, we are definitely in a precarious situation in the country. We have not seen anything like this before. The president committed a monumental error on his first day in Eagle Square, where he took his oath of office. Before even getting to the office to ask questions, he removed subsidy. And that is the reason we are where we are today. He did the right thing in the wrong way. He did the right thing, but in the wrong way.
What would have been the right way?
The right way would have been, what Tinubu did is likened to a surgeon who performed a very successful operation. Very successful operation, but the patient died. He had a very successful operation, but the patient died.
If he was successful.
So what I'm saying in essence is that removal of subsidy is the right thing to do. But when? How? Matters. He removed subsidy without planning. And when you are going to organize a surgery on any patient, one, you prepare the patient. Two, there are precautionary measures that you must put in place. At times, you even have to ask the patient to take water. At times, you need to say, okay, eat. At times, you need to say, okay, let's place you on some medications. At times, you say, okay, let us sedate the patient. Then there's also room for recovery immediately after surgery. But to just take a patient to the surgery room, butcher this patient, and at the end of the day, the patient will not survive. That is exactly what Tinubu did. There was no planning. There was no succor. There were no buffers, no ameliorative measures. He is even yet to get to office. He has not even gotten to office to even see what inside the office of the president looks like, or take brief on subsidy directly from those who know. Without, just unceremoniously. Even before you get to your office, you commit that kind of chaos. And that is what created the chaos we are facing today. And today, Nigerians are not only unhappy, but I can tell you, I'm a grassroots person, that there is massive hunger in the land.
The president just said the other day that from January to August 2025, total collections reached. I mean that the administration has achieved their revenue target. That's something to smile about. I mean, it says from January to, I'm coming, let me land. From January to August 2025, total collections reached 20.59 trillion naira, a 40.5% increase from 14.6 trillion recorded in 2024.
If that statistic is correct, why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president? Why did he borrow 1.7 billion dollars from the World Bank? Why, as the Senate approved 21 billion dollars so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
Mind you,
this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts are to be declared. Gifts are to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you know, you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing? To the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about.
And
how
we will not be surprised if the president starts borrowing from OPE and money points very soon.
Well, Senator Tino, if you say the president was buying cars, some people will question you too, because I mean, it's all over the viral.
I am not buying cars with government money. And I did not buy any of those cars when in office. And I've never been in a position where I control government money or interest. I've never been in the executive arm of government where I have control or I have budget or I have interest. And I've never done government contracts, whether at federal or state level. I'm saying this boldly. I've never been invited by EFCC or ICPC or any government security agency for corruption or for mismanagement or whatever. So what I'm saying in essence, in order not to trivialize the issues, is that